Welcome to the first episode. It's an episode of the journey to Peru. You know what? It's been about 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks since I posted my last video. So I do apologize. So first of all, I want to start with a thank you for everyone who's been here for the whole journey. For everyone who's been following me for a long time. I'm now up to, I think, 233 subscribers, which is really cool. So one thing I've been mentioning a lot in a few of my videos is how I'm leaving to go start a new life in South America, into Peru. And I've been talking a lot about this, been talking a lot about this journey, but I've not really presented anything. It's not really been moving forward until now. Okay, so the date today is, I believe it's the 26th of August. I have a flight booked, a one-way ticket, on September the 22nd. It's less than a month away, so it's finally happening. The journey which I've been talking about for so long is finally underway. So the 22nd of September, I am finally on a plane to start a new life in the jungle. Right now I'm not in the jungle, I'm in a forest which is surrounded by an airport and a main road, but this is as good as it gets where I am at the moment. Life is about making the best of the environment you are in. So like I said, I want to start with a thank you, because there's many people who have doubted me and questioned what I'm doing, and this is normal. It's good resistance, you know. People aren't always going to believe in you, and yeah, we're going to have planes going over their head. So I apologise for the interruption from the planes, but it is what it is. So, you know, thank you to everyone who has believed in my crazy ideas, because I can be too much at times. I'm a very expressive person. So when I become very expressive, when I get excited about something, I literally lose my mind and go crazy. Like last night, for an example. Last night, it was about 1:30 in the morning. I was at work and I realised there was a thunderstorm going on outside. So I decided to walk out of work and walk home, which was about a 2-hour walk in the storm. And I took my t-shirt off and I was walking in the lightning and in the thunder and in the rain, and it was such a beautiful experience. People who were looking at me probably thought I was going crazy. Maybe I am going crazy, because I personally think life is about going insane. I don't mean the kind of insanity where you get locked up in a jacket and they throw the key away, but I mean insane in your own personal life, like to kind of understand that we have a spiritual shackles around our ankles. You know, the spirit world isn't always full of positive. You know, there's also negative energy which is around us, and we get locked down into environments which water down our beliefs in ourselves and water down the creativity that we all have deep inside of us. So like I said in the previous video, like life is about going within inside yourself to find yourself and to express yourself and come out of yourself. And we find ourselves in these environments which are very, very comfortable. And as they're comfortable, they don't have any resistance. So as they have no resistance, we walk our days unhappy, but we are comfortable. And to be comfortable isn't happy. It's not real happiness, because we're surrendering so much of ourselves to make somebody else become happy. So I will talk from my experiences from the place where I work. So the company I work for is Amazon. Everyone knows Amazon. You want anything, you press a button and that appears on your doorstep. You know, the guy who owns Amazon, which I'm going to have, you know, respect has to be there. What the guy has done is absolutely insane. He had a vision and a dream, and now he's one of the richest guys in the world, if not the richest guy in the world. So you got to take your hat off and respect how he was able to do that. But at the same time, the same as Apple as well, you know, we all use these products. You know, I'm using a Sony camera right now. I have a Samsung in my pocket, and I edit my videos on a MacBook. So we are all the driving force in the reason why these people all are successful, but at the same time, like, we need to become more consciously aware. You know, there must be another way of doing this, because we give away our freedom to have the idea of thinking that we are actually free, and we are not free. Really, we're in a prison, and the greatest form of dictatorship is when you are in a prison but you cannot see the bars and you think you are free. So it's hard to you know, you hear motivational videos all the time, and it's like, you know, people, it's easy when they're trying to like talk about taking control of your life, but sometimes these people are just good speakers. That's where, like, it's more important to be real and raw. So when I tell people what I'm doing, I'm selling everything, I'm walking out of my job, I'm packing a rucksack, and I'm embarking on this journey, and I don't have any plans on returning to the UK for a very, very long time. You know, I can sit there and spurt out as much motivation as I can to try and uplift other people, but everybody's situation is a little bit different. So to be a real motivational speaker is you need to talk to people one-on-one and understand their journey and understand their perception to the world is different to your perception, and also understand that they have obstacles which are very different to you. So me, it's easy to a degree because I am not married, I no longer have a girlfriend, and I have no children. So the family I do have is obviously, you know, my sisters, my father, my mother, my nieces. So for me the situation's a bit different, but I'm still having to sacrifice the connection I'm going to have with them to try and make my life become better. You know, so when it comes to motivation, I want to be able to sit down with people and understand their journey, their story, and try and help from a different perspective. Not just say to them, stand up, take control of your life, sell everything, buy a one-way ticket and leave, because it's not as easy as that for every single person. So it's good to try and access this from a different point of view, and that's how we can actually help people to fulfill their full potential, you know, because not every single person is craving a life of adventure. Some of them just want a few simple changes, and everyone has a right to feel happy. Everyone has a right to feel loved, to feel appreciated. You know, and if you don't, especially in an environment that you are working in, now we have to think that we spend most of our life in our job, and if we do not like our job and it makes us unhappy and causes us stress in our mind, stress will then lead to kicking out chemicals in your body which become very dangerous and poisonous to your body. We need to reassess the situation. Do we or do we not? So to reassess the situation in life will take a lot of time, because it's a thought process what takes a long time. But really to sit down and evaluate, you know, if we hate our job on our days off, it's not just think, you know what, it's not too bad, I'll be fine, I go back into the office on Monday, whatever it is you work, and you're back in the same fucking mindset. Understand one thing, okay? No one knows where the hell we come from. People have these theories as we were created by a higher entity, that we come from aliens, that we've evolved from fish to apes to humans. The truth is, no one actually 100% knows the truth. We think we do. And we think we know the truth, but we don't. We have to understand that maybe, just maybe, that we do only have one shot at this life. So why are we going to waste it by being told how to live our life? This is not how we live. This is not freedom. This is imprisonment of the soul. Yes, we need to, you know, find ways to make ends meet. And, you know, this video isn't aimed at someone who isn't in a situation where they can change things so easy. So I apologize. You know, if I come up with a different way of thinking to try and benefit other people, that would be awesome. You know, really, that's one thing that I'd love to do in the world, is help people to become more empowered. But I'm 28 years old now. I'm gonna try and I could talk to anyone. You know, but I think this message will probably reach people who are more in my age group, who don't have too many commitments. Look, my advice, if you're a single man or woman, or even if you're not, but you're with someone who is putting down your creativity or your vibes, who doesn't believe in you, then you have to cut them away. But also, don't do something in your life just to please somebody else. I talk to someone and they go to university and spend a big chunk of their life. Why are you going to uni? Oh, I'm trying to make my mom and my father and my great grandfather happy. But does that make you happy? If it doesn't, then fucking walk out. You know, we have to take control. We really have to take back control of ourselves. We have to revive something which is inside of us. We have to become self-aware. Like, I had a message come through like, what is the meaning of life? For me, the meaning of life is to become consciousness, to become conscious, to understand that every thought has an action, a reaction. Every thought we can manifest into the universe. You know, is that the meaning of life? Is to become consciousness. If we only have one shot at life and your burning desire is to get on a plane, but the only thing stopping you is how somebody else will judge you. Fuck other people's judgment of you. You are a fucking human. The fact that you even breathe the air on this earth is a miracle. So, if you are in a situation where you're umming and ahhing to take control of your life, my advice is to take control of your life. Be courageous. One thing Terence McKenna will talk about is the psychedelics. And what do they take? They take courage. Because when you take them, you feel your hands, the palms of your hands become sweaty. You feel your stomach cramp. Then you feel the energies in your body shift. Then you transcend to a higher frequency and a higher level of consciousness. And this is what we need to do in our life. We need to find that inner courage, that inner warrior, what we all have, you know, to take control of everything in our life, or we accept the path which is trodden, or we accept the comfortable life. And we accept life for what it is and think that we don't have the ability to change anything. And we accept the job. It might not be the best job in the world, but you know, it's okay. It has a good pension scheme and it has good benefits. The fuck? There's a whole world out there for you to discover, for you to redefine yourself as a human. So take control of your life. Okay, you might not have the answers, and you might think to yourself, what the fuck are you doing? But this is where the courage comes in. You know, to build yourself as a person means you have to go into situations where you don't know the outcome. Don't have a mundane life where everything is the same. Have a life where it's full of adventure and new understandings, and rediscover yourself. Rediscover yourself and really find out who you are. Because right now, I have no idea who I am. And that's one of the driving forces behind what I am doing. You know, so you guys will be following me on my journey to Peru. I'm going to be building my house with my own hands. And I need to end this video, but why I do, look, I'm going to ask a cheeky little question. Okay, so I have a GoFundMe. And I'm only trying to raise £3,000. Now, the only reason why I'm trying to raise £3,000 is because it's the rainy season in November and I would like to buy the materials to start building my house, because I'm going to be living in a tent off the grid, you know. I say off the grid, you know, I will be able to have access to the internet and everything else. More about the journey will be discovered as I get closer, and as I'm actually there, I can share with you the experiences which I'm having and the more of the reason behind what I'm doing and the whole thought process. What has led me to literally take control of my life. So this GoFundMe, I will try and link in the bottom. I don't even know how you do that, so hopefully I'll be able to successfully link the description. So like I said, the £3,000 will literally almost build my whole house. And the reason why I want to try and raise this as fast as possible is simply because the rainy season is in November. There's so many things that I want to release on this camera right now to the reasons behind what we're doing in Peru, but we're going to be working with a lot of different kind of plant medicines. Yeah, literally just pure taking control and having a life which is more of freedom and not enslaved by somebody else's ideology. You know, everything I'm going to be doing will be benefiting obviously my health, my sanity, but also benefiting other people. And I think life is about trying to change people's lives in a positive way, trying to help people to have that reconnect back to themselves, if it's nature or if it's health or the simple vibrations. I'm going to finish this video because I am running out of footage. So yeah, message me in the comment section, and if you guys are interested in knowing more about this journey, my Instagram is REMMBERWHY89. My Instagram is real, and when I say real, I mean I don't post fake shit. You can go back to my Instagram from a few years ago and you can see the manifestation of the person who I have transcending into. You know, the thing with human growth and growth as a person, you have to let your old self die to then reconnect and re-find yourself. As you see, I'm, you know, the psychedelic meathead, therefore most of my time has been spent in the gym building a big strong body, but now I'm willing to have the separation. You know, if I have to lose that part of my identity, then so be it, because the new version of me, which will be reborn in the jungle after I have my experiences with Mother Ayahuasca, you know, it's called a rebirth, a spiritual rebirth. And if I have to go on this journey and lose the part of my ego which wants me to become big and strong, then so be it, because that's life. That's the journey of life. You have to be willing to sacrifice to then grow into the stronger version of yourself. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I will vlog out. Thank you for tuning in. I would say like, subscribe and share, but you guys can do what you want. Alright, peace, love, unity, and I'll see you guys in the next video, vlog, rant, whatever I decide to speak the words when the camera is in front of my face. Peace.